comes a time in everybody's life when they should simply ask themselves why. Take a look at this clip here. Now, this is a Bernie Sanders event. Look at the crowd. It's crowded. Elbow to elbow. Standing room only. Is Bernie Sanders talking about police brutality? No. Is he talking about illegal immigration? No. Is he talking about systemic racism? No. What is he talking about? What's got those people so hyped, energetic? He's talking about income inequality. He's talking about making the system fair. He's talking about corporate greed, CEO greed, squeezing out the middleman.
The American political system has been totally corrupted, and the foundations of American democracy are being undermined. What the Supreme Court said to the wealthiest people in our country, they said, okay, guys, you already own much of the economy. We're now going to give you the opportunity to own the United States government, and that is what they are trying to do.
Now, remember this?
And these are the best and the finest. When Mexico sends its people, they're not sending their best. They're not sending you. They're not sending you. They're sending people that have lots of problems, and they're bringing those problems with us. They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists, and some, I assume, are...
Why did the media make such a big deal out of what Donald Trump said? And if you have been following my blog post, you know that the media is simply an arm of capitalists. So, just food for thought. I'm not trying to point you in any direction. I just want to lay out some things for you to think about on your own. Now, the media, as I pointed out, is owned by capitalists. This is easily understood when you see that this man here, Rupert Murdoch, owns Fox News. Rupert Murdoch is a capitalist. You know that Donald Trump is a capitalist. Okay, so you got two capitalists right there on one side. But then you know Viacom, Time Warner, AT&T, all these places have stakes in Disney, have stakes in ABC, CBS, NBC. Okay, Microsoft, big corporate company, stake in MSNBC. They might have sold their stake. I'm not sure. I have to look in that, but still, a corporate entity has a hand in all these big media players. And so these big media players have told you that Donald Trump's statement about immigration struck a chord because that's what's on Americans' minds. But when you go to Donald Trump's crowd, before the media started giving him 24/7 coverage, he wasn't getting the type of enthusiastic, overflowing crowds like Bernie Sanders. Yet, the fact that Bernie Sanders' message of income inequality hasn't been thrown into the conversation by the media like immigration has should bring you pause. And you got to ask yourself why. Now, for me, and again, I'm not leading you anywhere, I'm just stating simple facts. To me, capitalists want the attention and focus off of Bernie's message and onto messages like immigration, systemic racism, problems, but not big problems like income inequality. But those type issues, when the media keep pushing them and making you feel as if those are the things you should be concerned about. Now you got to ask yourself, again, here's another question. What has affected you more in your own life, not your neighbor's life, not some associates' lives that live in other states, but your own life personally? Has illegal immigration or systemic racism affected you as much as the fact that you're not making enough money? Now, before you say, oh, well, they say they're illegal immigrants to keep jobs from me, and the corporate guys can't hire me, let me just give you one example. Just a little hypothetical. Not really hypothetical, but an example. You have a CEO who makes $20 million a year. You make $40,000 a year. You have two illegal immigrants that the CEO is paying. That's making, let's say, $25,000 a year. So that's $50,000 to the two legal immigrants, and you making $40,000. You need more money. Okay? CEO is making $20 million. CEO tell you he can't give you any more money because he has to give it to he's paying these two illegal immigrants. And you look at it and say, hey, if they weren't here, that's $50,000 I can get if you just eliminate them. Wouldn't the simple thing be, how about the CEO give you an extra $20,000 from the $20 million that he's making? Okay? Those are the type of things that you have to ask yourself. Is illegal immigration really affecting me as much as the fact that the CEO is hoarding more money than he needs when he could be paying you more? The real issue is wealth inequality, not systemic racism, not illegal immigration. You have been bamboozled once again. and to make the add insult to injury, you have one of the biggest capitalists in the world leading the charge. One of the biggest capitalists in the world is talking about immigration and not the fact that you should be making more money, and you can be making more money, and you're falling for it. And the media is helping you. They're guiding you along. They don't want to talk about what has Bernie's crowds hyped up. They might mention the crowds, but not what has them hyped up. The minute they go to the Donald's places, they always point to the crowd, get to the crowd, and say they're hyped up over illegal immigration. That has become what the issue is. And the media is driving that. But you got to be a little smarter. Okay? Don't let capitalists get your eyes off what's really important. Now, capitalism, I told you, huge, huge proponent of capitalism. Love it to death. But it has to be checked at certain places. Because capitalists, as being human, can get greedy. And in here, they've been a little greedy and a little deceitful. They got your eyes on immigration. They got your eyes on Black Lives Matter. All that is white noise distractions. You have to tell yourself, why are those people filling Bernie's arenas when he talks? And he's talking about one major thing. Why is that exciting people? And why isn't the media talking about that? Why can't Donald make a statement about immigration and the media covers it 24/7? But no one from the media is talking about what is driving people to hear Bernie. Like I said, I'm just asking the questions.